everybody to the Fantasy Basketball Weekly Recap, starring Will Harris, the Faceless Commissioner, and Patrick Anderson. Without further ado, let's get to it, fellas. Okay, our first matchup we will preview Archie Dinoe, whatever the fuck that is, versus versus the Fuego Bros. I tell you, what a great matchup. They tied in 3-pointers made. Let's see. James really dominated assists. And yeah, close matchup, but James takes the first round against Alex Black, 5-4. Great matchup. Let's see. Alex's roster, he picked up Perry Jones. Who? Perry Jones. Great pickup there. And for some reason, he still has Embiid on his team, who is not going to play this year, but hey, whatever. James Yant has Ricky Rubio, who had a big week. He also has James Harden, who's a complete douchebag, but hey, whatever. But yes, he took the win in that matchup. Patrick, any comments about that?
Oh yeah, I was really interested to see how this matchup would end because I was talking to James today and he was really concerned about today because he only had a few players playing and Alex had a considerable amount playing and it looks like James still pulled it out. I think he was up 7-3 when it first started or when today started, but it ended up being 5-4. So I almost slipped away from him, but he pulled it out at the end. But Alex, that Perry Jones pickup, damn.
In our next matchup, Harrison Vo versus that auto draft doe, the Trap Lord, David Klobowski. Got his ass kicked, 7-3. Basically, Harrison's team is going to be very beastly. Blake Griffin, aka Saul Canelo Alvarez, went off for him. Dropped 37 the other night, and it also helped that David Klobowski did not check his fucking lineups, and he sat a couple people, and that really cost him. Holy shit, Harrison had 219 rebounds. That is a lot of fucking rebounds. Dear God. Yeah, Harrison's team, very scary. Blake had a monster week. Vukovic had almost 50 rebounds for one player. That is a ton. He's gonna be a player. I'll tell you that much. He's very big, heavy. Not looking like he's gonna do too much damage in assists, but rebounds, blocks, steals. Ooh, holy shit! What a scary team. David's team is not bad. It would help if he checked his fucking lineup, as I said. But he has some injuries going as well. Jimmy Butler is out. Patrick Beverly looks like he hurt himself. And he also has Dwayne Wade, who has the knees of an 80-year-old man. So, yeah, that matchup was going to be tough. Patrick, your comments on that matchup?
Yeah, Harrison. Obviously, as I said before, he does his homework. But Ed Davis, that was a good pickup. Be on the lookout for Ed Davis because Carlos Boozer is looking like he aged about 20 years this offseason. So I think Ed Davis is going to give even more minutes in the coming weeks. What was I going to say? Yeah, David has squads. He has a squad. I mean, he has Carmelo Anthony, Jimmy Butler. Who did he sign a contract yet? Like a big
No.
Contract? Okay.
Thank God Carlos Boozer didn't put shoe polish on his hair this year because we're all going to have to watch him play because we're all Laker fans for the most part. I did not want to see that shit. Anyway, moving on. Patrick Anderson took a loss. Wow.
Yeah, I took that L.
He was beating Mike all week, and Mike, like the comeback kid, beat him by 1 3-pointer, tied him in blocks, lost in steals. It was a very close matchup. If you look at the numbers, holy shit. It could have gone either way, like a bisexual. Either way. Switch hitting. Very strong team for both guys. Patrick Anderson has he has John Wall, who is going to have a great year. He also has Kyle Korver, who had a pretty big week, 8 threes made. Yeah, he has a very solid team. On paper, doesn't look that great, but he has a lot of technicians, a lot of guys that do certain things, certain categories, and yeah, he's very balanced. Mike also the same kind of thing. I thought the Klay Thompson pickup was huge.
All right.
Klay is going to have a monster year. He dropped 41 the other night. Kemba Walker's putting up crazy numbers. DJ Augustine, very, very low key, great pickup by him. He does have Russell Westbrook, so that's going to be a struggle for him. But if he checks his lineups, and he can work around it because he has strong guards. So that was a close matchup between two pretty good teams. Let's go to the next one. John Carlos team and Mr. Vsauce Dom. Oh, do you want to talk about the Mike Harris matchup, Patrick?
Yeah, I'm pretty pissed off about Derek Williams. I put my money on him. To have a breakout year. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. So, ouch. And I also thought Westbrook was gonna that injury. I thought that was gonna help me pull through this week. But it's all good. It's a narrow matchup. I got to make a couple moves. Consult my team. Derrick Rose getting hurt, kind of hurt, I guess. Could have put up a little bit extra points. But hell, I only need 2 more points. Actually, a little more points. But Derrick Rose could have for sure helped. So
yes,
it's all good.
Okay, we got the Vsauce John matchup, and I tell you, John's team is another team that is very scary. LeBron James, obviously, he's going to put up monster numbers, but I thought the great pickup for him was going to be Jared Sullinger, who didn't put up great numbers this week so far, but I think he's going to put up huge numbers. But Collison is really producing. And Marc Gasol, what the fuck? He lost 30 pounds, and he looks great. No homo. But he is killing. And even Amari Stoudemire actually giving him some production. He did look like he had a lot more guys going this week than we saw, so I suspect that might be why the matchup was a little more lopsided in some categories than I would have thought going in. But John Carlos' team is very, very strong. Thaddeus Young also a very, very solid pickup. Donald Sloan was a good waiver wire grab. As far as Vsauce's team, I expect him to be around come end of the season. Chris Copeland, huge pickup. The guy can shoot. He still has Deron Williams, which, hey, I knew he was going to draft him. We all knew he was going to draft Deron Williams, so no surprise there. That's his homie. Bledsoe also put up pretty big numbers. I don't know how long that will continue with 3 guards, but yeah, he's got a solid team. He also has Powell, who I wanted, but I expect him to be around, and Patrick also wanted him as well. Antetokounmpo hasn't done what we thought he would do yet, but I think at the end of the season he will come around. Any comments on this matchup, Pat?
Oh yeah, To echo your sentiment about Copeland, I thought that was a really good pickup because who knows about the Pacers this year, so he might put up a lot of big games. And also, who else was I going to talk about? That might be it. Oh, Bledsoe. Yeah, I don't know. Bledsoe's pretty injury prone, so Vsauce needs to keep an eye on that, which I'm sure he will. So
yeah, Vsauce will be on top of his shit, just like he's always on top of Deron Williams' nutsack. Yeah. So I expect him to be very on top of his game. Next matchup, we had a beer. Tell of Two Terrences basically not even spitting on it and just giving it to Robbie very hard. Doubled him up in points. Doubled him up almost in rebounds. It was just a beat down. Holy shit. Rob, bruh, you gotta check those lineups, bruh. 5 blocks for the week, ain't gotta cut it, man. Under 200 points for the week? Wow. Remember, guys, it's $20 buy-in for this league, so you better be checking your lineups because you don't want to throw away $20. There's not too much to say about this. Robbie didn't really check his lineup, as you can see when you look at the stats. I don't think his team is that bad, but he's got a lot of guys hurt, so that could be a struggle. Kawhi Leonard's still out, or I think he just came back, but he didn't look too great. David West, MCW also injured, so Robbie's going to have some work to do, but if anybody can do it, it's Rob.
Yeah.
And, good guy. A Beer's team looks pretty good. Pretty strong. Very balanced. He put up big numbers, especially in the block category. Dear God, 38 blocks is a shitload. Anything you want to say about this matchup, Pat?
Yeah, Rob does have a couple of injuries on his team. MCW being out kind of hurts him. And let's see how Shabazz turns out. Is his name Shabazz?
Yeah, Mr. Napier.
Yeah.
LeBron's favorite player.
Oh, yeah, he was all hyped and he bounced.
Yeah.
The 5 blocks that, ain't gonna cut with Rob. I've seen Rob get 5 blocks and 1 pickup basketball game at Mayfair Park. So yeah, I'm sure he'll turn it around. He's got that competitive drive, so he'll start checking his lineups. First week, people aren't used to it yet. That muscle memory hasn't kicked in.
Yes, I agree. And the next matchup, we got Armand, J.R. Smith versus the defending champ of this particular league, Whitehorse Graffiti. I thought this matchup was going to be a lot more lopsided. All week, Armand was really, really pummeling Whitehorse Graffiti. But nice comeback by Mike to make it competitive towards the end. It appeared that Armand had more guys going this week, so that really helped. But also would help. He drafted a great team. Even with sitting Kevin Durant, he's still putting up monster numbers across the board. Everybody's producing. If you look at his scoring, it's very, very balanced. It also helped that Rudy Gay just had a career week. He dropped 79 points, so that is something that we'll have to keep an eye on. Rudy Gay just went ham, if you will. So, yeah. As far as Whitehorse Graffiti goes, he's going to make his moves. He's going to be there at the end. I can almost guarantee you. He knows his shit. Some of his guys aren't playing the way they're supposed to play yet, but I think it's huge that he has Reggie Jackson with Westbrook going out now. That should make it very, very good for him because he has Ibaka and Reggie Jackson. So those guys are going to step up in Westbrook and Durant's absence, which will make his team a lot better. And yeah, he's got a very good team. Doesn't look that great on paper, but it's going to produce. Pat, any thoughts?
Now, I'm looking at Michael's team, and I didn't expect Chris Bosh to put up the numbers he's putting up now. I think he had a 30-point game recently. I'm not sure, but that he's playing like he did in Toronto, and he's shooting 3-pointers now. So I think that'll be really, really beneficial for him in the future. Armand, I don't know. He's got a couple of injuries. You just got to hope that the curse of Lil B doesn't spread from Kevin Durant to the rest of his fantasy team. So we'll see.
The base god. The next matchup we had Patrick Rembert and Kyle Loud. Patrick Rembert didn't check his lineups all week, it looks like, as he had the same 4 guys on the bench. Rembert did quite a bit of stashing. He's got 3 injuries. He's got Nick Swaggy P. Young, Mr. Azalea, Iggy Azalea, if you will. He's got Noah Vonleh. And he's got PG-13 Paul George. So he's really kneecapping himself with those injuries. I don't know what he's going to do with that. That's going to be a struggle week in and week out to be competitive with 3 guys hurt. He's also got some Spurs on his team, which I don't like. I never draft the Spurs because Popovich, if he's on his period, is going to sit all of them, and then you're going to be fucked. Fucked. And he ended up losing to Kyle, who also really didn't check his lineups every day, but doesn't have quite as many injuries, so he was able to take the matchup. But yeah, he got outscored by 140-something points. So it's still a surprise that he took the matchup, but he won in the other categories. He only had 24 turnovers, which is ridiculously low for the amount of people that play. So yeah, Kyle Loud, big victory. Rembert, check your lineups. Yeah, anything you want to add to that matchup?
Yeah, Rembert's team just a little concerned for Kobe because you just never know. Look, judging by how the Lakers look this year, Kobe's going to be using a lot of energy early. This whole Byron Scott doesn't play him too much on these back-to-backs and whatnot. And I'm really curious to see how Vonleh turns out. He's injured and he's a rookie prospect, so see how quickly he develops. Remember, needs to drop Boozer. Also, Kyle, the Ariza pickup turned out to be a lot better than I thought it would be. I thought Ariza was going to have a bad year, but it looks like he's off to a good start. So
yeah, I agree. I thought Ariza was going to be very, very overrated this season and not produce, but so far he's making me look like a retard. So more power to you, Trevor Ariza. I hate Houston. I hate Dwight, obviously. Try me, bitch ass nigga. You soft. Try me.
Yep.
I thought that was excellent on Kobe's part. Harden's a dick, so I hope they lose every other game this season. Fuck them. Yeah, so next matchup was the Blackout Boys, Mr. Anthony. Anthony kicked my ass, 5-4. Very competitive matchup throughout the week. Two balanced teams. If you look at the stats, we were very close in pretty much every category. He did have quite a few more guys played than me, so. But even regardless, if you look at the amount of points this team put up, holy shit, um, he put up a lot of points. So his team is very very strong. I can't make any excuse about not having enough guys go. He outplayed me. I mean, I don't think I would have caught him in points regardless. So hats off to him on a quick, well not quick. I don't know what the fuck I was trying to say. A small margin of victory, but a victory nonetheless. So yeah, that's and now we will preview the next week's matchups. We will start off with Mama Said Box You Out versus James. Your predictions on this matchup, sir?
I'm gonna go with James just because looks like Mike's not gonna have Westbrook for a while. That's just on the surface, though. How do you even preview? I'll figure it out.
Go to next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I actually think this matchup is going to be very very close. I'm gonna go with a 5-5 tie. Looks like James's bigs are a little stronger than Mike's, but Mike has very strong guard play, and yeah, it's gonna be a close matchup. I think that's gonna be a pretty close one. Next matchup we got Mr. Alex Black versus Rob. I gotta go Alex right now. Rob's got some moves he's got to make. He's got too many guys injured. He's got too many Spurs. I mean, anytime you draft, you got 3 or 4 Spurs. He's got 4 Spurs. Holy shit. That is a recipe for disaster. Their team is way too deep to have fantasy value, and that's going to be really, really tough. And you have a rookie in Napier also who you don't know what the fuck you're going to get from him. So Rob's got some work to do. He's got to hit the waiver wire. I predict a pretty bad beatdown again, unless Rob gets on the computer and makes some moves. What do you think about that matchup?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree there. Robbie also needs. Did Robbie check his lineups?
No.
Yeah, see, if Rob checks his lineups, I think it'll be a little bit closer. But yeah, he has those injuries kind of holding him back. Let's see how Leonard performs. Leonard's big. Expect him to have a breakout year, but I don't know. It's just tough to say with the Spurs. I don't know if he's one of those superstar level player. He's a really good, all-star, borderline all-star type. But I just the way he plays, I don't know if it's superstar quality, even though he's a Finals MVP. But
yeah, also it's tough with the Spurs. The system they have doesn't really allow for a fantasy stud to emerge. I mean, they're gonna win, but do they have a system in place to where Kawhi Leonard will be fantasy worthy of his lofty draft status? I don't think so, but I've been wrong before, so. Best of luck to you, Rob. You got some work to do, but you're a vet in both sense of the word. So I know you'll work it out. Next matchup, we got Mr. Armand, the Silent Assassin, versus the Trap Lord.
oh,
I like Armand's team. I thought they careered last week, but I think David can beat him if he actually checks his lineup. But David's got a lot of injuries, so. I got to pick Armand for right now. David's got 4 guys that are hurt. So I don't know if I would say hit the waiver wire because I don't know if you can drop these guys. But, you got a lot of guys that are very, very close to being waiver wire guys. So he's, like Rob's, got some work to do to get his team up to par. Otherwise, he's going to be losing just based on the games played. Patrick, your thoughts on this matchup, sir?
Yeah. I don't know. Davis got some players that are kind of holding him back. Sean Livingston did jack squat last week. Well, he averaged. He put up good numbers. 1.1 rebound a game. So that was fairly decent. Armand also has. Yeah, he's got a really deep team. I think Noel's going to have a better. He's just going to get better and better with time. So yeah, it's going to be tough for David. But if he checks his lineups, then it'll be closer. In
addition to the Rudy Gay pickup, I thought the Kelly Olynyk pick was very good too. He's really starting to feel himself a little bit. Feeling myself.
Oh.
So, yes, I'm predicting Armand to take that matchup, but David can definitely make it competitive should he check his lineups. Next, we got Tell Two Terrences versus Harrison's team. This is going to be a good matchup.
Yeah, it's a matchup of the week.
Yeah, I agree. Matchup of the week. two very strong, very balanced teams. I think Harrison has the advantage with the bigs, but I think that in the swingman categories, the shooting guard, small forward positions, I think the slight advantage goes to Beer's team. So it's gonna be a slugfest. I could see it going 5-5, maybe 6-4 either way, but I don't think it's an 8-1, 9-1 matchup. Patrick?
Yeah, it's not gonna be a landslide. Look out for. I'm gonna give the edge to a Beers team this week, just because I don't know. Is Derrick Rose gonna be okay? But I expect Aaron Brooks to put up a decent week if
True.
Rose stays out. It goes both ways. Like I said before, you don't know with Boozer and what changes the Lakers coaching staff will make. So I don't know. And you also have Jabari Parker on Harrison's team, so he's just waiting to break out. He didn't really have a good first week.
Yeah.
But you never know. It's gonna be a tough one. I guess he averaged 11 and 8, but they're anticipating 18 points a game for this guy.
Yeah.
Eventually. So I think Harrison team might have a couple late bloomers. Yeah.
All right. And next we got the White Horse Graffiti versus John.
Another good matchup.
Another good matchup. I look for Mike to rebound this week and take this matchup. I think with Reggie Jackson coming back and Serge Ibaka having a bigger role because of these injuries, that is really going to give his team a huge boost. I'm talking porn star dick huge boost.
Viagra.
Viagra, Cialis, whoever the fuck. Yeah, and I don't think Brandon Jennings. I don't know how much longer he's going to be in Detroit. DJ Augustine's taking a lot of his minutes, and Stan Van Gundy hates Brandon Jennings. Let's face it. Brandon Jennings can't shoot. He's not a good fit for the guys around him. I don't expect Collison to have a big week again like he did last week. I don't think he can keep that up. So I'm expecting Mike to take this matchup, but John's team, like I said before, is very strong. Marc Gasol looks really good. Obviously, LeBron's not going to have a week like he had last week. I mean, although he played really well yesterday, he had the opening game that was kind of subpar, but that won't happen again. So it should be a good matchup. Pat?
Yeah, I think really solid teams. John's team has a couple of variables like Amari. Just don't know with him. I think Marc Gasol. I think the thing that's going to hurt John the most. I expect Marc Gasol to return back to earth eventually. I don't know, man. If he keeps this up, but yeah, I'm expecting him to come back to 16 a game, good defensive effort, 10 rebounds, but was he averaging like 25 or something like that?
Yeah.
Something ridiculous, yeah. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. But I'm expecting. Yeah, I think I was expecting 5-5.
Yeah, I can see that too. Okay, and next matchup we got Battle of Patricks. This Patrick versus Patrick in Dubai. I like Patrick Anderson to win this matchup. Like I said about Patrick in Dubai, he's got too many guys injured. And if Patrick Anderson sets his lineups, his team is very deep. So that's probably going to be a wrap. But you never know. But yeah, Rimber's going to have a lot of stuff work out in his favor. Like I said, he's got some Spurs on his team, which I am not a fan of in fantasy. I mean, obviously, in real life, I like the Spurs because they play old school basketball, but fantasy-wise, they kill you. So I look for Patrick to kind of stomp out Rimbert a little bit here. Patrick Anderson to stomp out Rimbert a little bit. Unless Rimbert makes some moves to stop the bleeding, if you will, I think he'll lose this matchup. He's just got too many things working against him. What do you feel about this matchup?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Rimbert's team, it's not too bad. I think he makes a couple of moves. Like, I don't know, it's kind of tough because it's such a deep league. He makes a couple of moves, maybe get rid of some of the dead weight. He might give me some trouble, but I mean, best players, one of his best players, Paul George, is injured. He's probably out for God knows how long. Even Nick Young is out, so yeah, this might be a tough one for Rimber, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Stauskas can come through and the Sacramento team and start hitting some threes for me at least, but.
Yeah,
we'll see. Jordan Hill, I'm pretty happy with him. He had back-to-back 20-point nights, so We'll see. I'm thinking I'll win this one. Maybe 6-4.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
what even works? 6-4 or 6-3?
Yeah, 6-4.
Okay.
And then we got the Blackout Boys versus Mr. Vsauce, Mr. Vsauce Dom. Vsauce's got a strong team. This is a kind of a guard versus big matchup to me. Anthony's team is very, very big, strong. He's got Boogie. He's got Josh Smith. He's got Tyson Chandler. He's also got Andre Drummond. So he's got a lot of quality bigs. Whereas Vsauce's strength is in his guards because he's got Bledsoe, he's got D. Will, he's got Kyrie, he's got Calderon. So it's going to be kind of small ball versus ground and pound. Um, Depending on the matchups, I can see it going either way. I typically favor bigs over guards, but this league, the scoring, it might be Vsauce might have an advantage because it's a little more guard friendly. But we shall see. I mean, this is another coin flip matchup in my opinion. Your thoughts, Patrick?
Yeah, one of Anthony's best bigs, Kid Gilchrist. Well, just in terms of last week, he's averaging 14 and 10.
Yeah.
Last week he went down with an injury, so we don't know how long he's going to be out. And he seems to be escaping the route of a bust, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But that's going to hurt him, like you said, because Anthony's team's got a lot of good bigs. Cousins had a big night.
Yeah.
Tonight,
Jesus Christ.
but,
I know.
Yeah. And also, one thing that helped Anthony, Kevin Garnett, he had a big night too.
Yeah.
Nights ago, didn't he?
Yeah,
So,
he did.
yeah, we'll see. But I think the Kid Gilchrist injury actually, I didn't expect to say this, actually hurts Anthony. I think Kid Gilchrist sucks. But,
Yeah, he's way overrated.
Yeah, we'll see, man.
We shall see. And then the final matchup is me versus Kyle, my former roommate. Kyle's team is not bad, but let me say this: I'm gonna beat his ass. That's right, motherfucker. I'm gonna beat your ass. Check your lineups, don't matter. I'm beating your ass, Kyle. I'm calling you out right now. Check your lineups, bitch. I'm gonna fuck you up. Nah, just kidding. No, I'm not. I'm gonna fuck you up. I like this matchup for me. I think my bigs are better than his. His guards are pretty strong. His forwards are probably better than mine, like the small forward position. But I feel like my team is a little more balanced than his. He's got a lot of sleeper guys, like he's got John Henson, who I don't know, any given night might goose egg you. So he's also got Ilyasova, who would do the same thing. Got a lot of injury prone guys too. Devin Harris, Kevin Martin, Dunleavy. And those guys seem like they stay injured. So Kyle, I'm coming for you. And no homo. Yeah, no homo. No bosh. But I'm gonna beat that ass. Pat?
Yeah, with Kyle's team, I think Dunleavy is going to get a spot taken sooner rather than later. They've just got Chicago has too many good small forwards. He's got McBuckets is a shooting guard, right? Small forward, kind of.
Yeah,
Miratovic.
Miratovic.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Jimmy Butler can slide over to the three.
Yeah, so that's going to hurt him. Devin Harris, that's Jameer Nelson's team pretty much now. So yeah, this might be a landslide, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, Elfrid Payton. He's looking really good, man.
Yeah,
he's getting what 7 and
yeah, he's
4?
averaging like 7 assists. So
yeah, this is his first week, so
yeah,
he's just gonna get better from here on out. So and then Rondo looks good too.
Yeah,
I mean, people are having their doubts about him, but Rondo's looking Rondo-y.
All right, fellas. Well, that does it. We'll try to get creative next week. This week I'm a little tired. Pat's a little tired.
It's pretty late, yeah.
We kind of just wanted to throw something together so you guys can have a recap should you choose to watch. Remember, everybody, $20 buy-in. I've only gotten 2 people that paid. Check your lineups. There is an option in the lineups to start active players. So if you don't have time, hit that button for each day, and it'll put the active players in the lineup for you. So check your lineups, fellas, and best of luck. And we'll be back next week with some more craziness. Hopefully we'll get one of you guys to guest star on the video. All right, this is it.